Hey, chat. How are you? Sighs exhaustedly. So, Wednesday night, Carolyn comes home and she says, Hey, honey, my low tire pressure warning light is on. But she drove home, but I'd already showered. I was ready to turn in. I was like, I'll check it out tomorrow, baby doll. And then I knew that the next day, tomorrow, she was working from home. She was going to stay in our West Sacramento parallelogram. So not super duper urgent. It wasn't a flat. So I was like, I'll check it right when I get home around noon from work. Okay. Well, no worries. Cool. Thursday morning comes and she drops Lennox and Luna off at school. Everything is going hunky-dory, kosher. Then I'm at work, and I'm on break, 8:30ish. I check my text on my break because I'm not one of these losers staring at their telephone all day when I'm supposed to be working. But Carolyn had texted me earlier that morning, yo, I got a nail in my tire. And I said, okay. It's time. And like Andy Kaufman channeling Mighty Mouse, I said, here I come to save the day. Captain Save-A-Wifey activated. First thing I thought, at least we're not somewhere remote or stranded or random or where we don't know our ways about us. We're not in Reno. We're not in Tahoe. We're not in Lincoln. We're not in South Sac. The kids aren't with her. We're not with the kids out in some random city or junction. She's in West Sac. Plus, it's a weekday when tire places are open. A bunch of tire places and auto mechanics closed on Saturday and definitely Sunday. I'm always like, well, people need their vehicles repaired on Sunday, but whatever. So I say, okay, I'm headed home, 8:45 a.m.ish. So, but I'd already put in 5 hours because coming in at 3:30 a.m., it's rough. It's hard. Every morning I wake up and I say, no, not today. Not today, Satan. And I want to call out, but it's good for situations like this. So my whole day isn't shot. I already put in 5 hours of work. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to knock off the last 3 hours. My manager was like, cool, no worries. And yes, it's tough in the beginning, early in the morning, the first few minutes before I get going. It's very difficult, but days like this, it comes in like a charm. And then I thought also I didn't want to wait till 11. I forget when I was off, 11:30, 11:45. I didn't want to wait till then because at Les Schwab, the tire place, there can be a queue. And I don't want to be sitting at Les Schwab, or as Carolyn calls it, Les Schwab. I don't want to be sitting there at 4 or 5 p.m. In the evening when it's hot and it's busy and I just want to go home. So at 8:45, head home. I stop off at the Chase in Natomas on Del Paso Road, grab $300 cash money at the ATM just so I'm ready for whatever financial means may be needed. So when it comes to tires, there's two options. Got a nail, so to speak, down between Les Schwab or a Lucky Tire. Les Schwab, French, voulez-vous passer? Voulez-vous passer? Mimi, sweet. Les Schwab, traditional brick and mortar, storied franchise, trusted. I like them. I've used them over the years here and there. Zero problems with them. Or there's Lucky Tire, which is a mom and pop shop, so to speak. It's a couple dudes. The building is the size of a large master bedroom. I doubt they have a bathroom, although isn't that the law to provide a bathroom for your employees? They don't have any lifts. It's all car jacks, but they're cheap. They're cheap AF. I've used them. Flawless. No notes. So either one is a solid option. I called Les Schwab in West Sac, and they said, nail to patch your tire, $20. So I was like, all right. And then a new tire from Lucky Tire, I'm guessing is $150 on the high end. So I got $300 cash. Arrive home. Carolyn doesn't know what to do. I said, well, baby cakes, it's all about cost right now. We could patch it for 20 temporary, but that's fine. Or we can get a new tire, a 150-ish, also fine. Just what do you want to do? The ball's in your court, darling. She was still like the old Kathy cartoon where she was just frazzled. She didn't know what to do. One part of her hair was going this way, the other part of her hair was going that way. And I said, it's up to you. I have no opinion. They're both good. If you want me to make a decision, I'll make a decision. But the only thing is Les Schwab will be more of a wait, and it's a longer drive from 5 minutes to Lucky Tires to 10 minutes to Les Schwab. But whatever, it's my job to take care of you. I'm happy and proud to do it. Whatever is needed, let go. So she decided, okay, patch. And then I consulted my Laotian car guru, Meester Pao. He said, patch it until you need to buy 4 new tires. Decision made. Patch it is. So I head to the garage downstairs. Rear driver tire. Check the PSI. 26. I inflated to 36. Drivable. But yes, in dire need. I hop in the wifey's 2012 Kia Sorento. I head to Les Schwab. One thing about Les Schwab is they used to pop free hot popcorn all day long for their customers in one of those old-timey popcorn machines, and it was so cool, and I loved it. I'm a popcorn freak. I love me some popcorn, but they stopped in 2020. You can guess why. But every time I go there, which isn't often, once a year or whatever, but I'm always like, maybe they started back the free hot popcorn. And if they have the free hot popcorn, this will be all worth it. Spoiler alert, there was no popcorn when I got there. It's just, we never knew how good we had it. We were kings. Never forget what they took away from us. The popcorn machine is still there. I don't get it. It lay dormant like a moribund Kmart. But they did have free lukewarm coffee. I finished it after a cup and a half. I was like, all right, I guess this is something. One of the customers had an adorable white dog there on the floor just hanging out. Wanted to pet it, wanted to take pictures, but didn't want to come off as a weirdo. So I get checked in. The lady says, ETA an hour. And I was like, all right, whatever. It was a little warm, but I found a spot in their lobby where the AC vent was blasting right on me. I was like, oh, this is nice. But I didn't want to sit there the whole time. Jiffy Lube is right next door. I was wondering what they charge for oil change now, because I know they've gone up in price. I used to go to them when they were $30-ish, $40-ish, but let me walk next door and take a gander. So I head on over to the Jiffy Lube, walk into their little office. Synthetic oil change, $113. I'm like, wow. Because I see their coupons, $30 off. I'm like, wow, that's a really good deal, $30 off. But shoot, when it's $113, maybe not so good. There's really people paying $113 for a gosh dang oil change. I mean, it is synthetic, but shit. It wasn't an hour long wait, half hour, so not too bad till the guy came out to talk to me. He had a mullet, and he says, Carolyn, and I said, that's me. So he says, he deemed the rear driver tire unrepairable. He said, you're down to the cords. And I was like, what does that mean? But I didn't say anything out loud because I didn't want to appear clueless and dumb and exploitable to him. And he said, yeah, rear driver unrepairable, front driver tire almost as bad. And I was like, okay. One thing Les Schwab does is they don't say driver, they say left. Driver tire, no, it's left tire. Passenger tire, no, it's right tire. They still do rear and front, but I'm like, left rear tire. But who's left? Am I the driver? Am I the Jiffy Lube? I'm sorry. Am I Les Schwab guy in a short sleeve button-up shirt, which I appreciate, facing the car. Is it their left? I'm confused. Just say driver or passenger, and can we all move on? Whose perspective are we talking about? So quote incoming. I'm like, what do you got? What do you got for me? Give me the cheapest option available. And it boop, 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 point, click, zoom, copy, paste, $200 per tire. And I was like, okay. And that was the cheap option. The second cheapest was $260. And I was like, okay. So $200 it is. But the other thing was that, so he said we needed 2 tires, but the $200, the cheaper option, they no longer make this model. So we can only sell it in 2s because we don't want to have just one lying around. I was like, okay. So it's going to be $400 for 2 of your cheapest, finest tires. And I was like, that seems a little high. I'm going to seek a second, cheaper opinion, if you don't mind. But thanks for checking me out. And when does the popcorn start? Head on over to my boys, Lucky Tire, Jefferson Boulevard. Park in their parking lot, which also serves as their service center. It's a small footprint, let's just say. The negotiation begins. Oh, Shark Tank, Pawn Stars, Storage Wars. I know it all, baby. I'm all about the haggler's dance. Time to barter, time to deliberate, time to bargain. So I'm like, yo, 4 new tires, what you got? Give me a number. And he says, $540. And I said, what if I pay in cash? And he goes, $540. And I was, ooh, wow. Must admit, I did not see that one coming. It's like I got my defense ready for the shotgun, and they go into the I formation. Oh, audible, defensive audible, defensive audible. And I'm like, okay, 540. I was like, come on, man. 540? How about 500? And he goes, 540. 500. It's just the back and forth was quite vociferous and engaging. But he's like, 540. Come on, man. I got 4 kids to feed. And I said, who are you? The guy from Total Recall? I said, 500. I got 2 kids and a cat. Come on, man. Come on. I come here all the time. So I continue on. I come here all the time. Somewhat true. And I said, make me feel like I'm getting a deal. I stole that line from Frank Fritz on American Pickers. Rest in power, King. And he goes, 520, but no receipt. And I was like, what the fuck? What kind of slipshod Mickey Mouse operation are you running that you wouldn't give someone a receipt? You gonna pocket that money, bro? Because I would too. So it was just 540, 500, 540, 520 with the receipt. And I said, do you know I'm a Yelp elite? Do you know who my father is? And he finally gave in and said, okay, 520 with the receipt. All right. I said, okay, bet. I got 300 cash now, and I got to head to Chase, which is just down the street, 2 minutes away, for $220 more in cash. BRB, which I've done before with Lucky Tire. I paid him a nominal amount, and I said, I'll be right back. And I went to Chase, got however much I needed, the balance, came back and handed it to him, and it was a Gucci. So he was like, all right, we settled. 520, cash out the dough, 0 taxes. Ring. Hello, IRS. Yeah, this slipshod tire operation is not paying their taxes. I called Carolyn. I'm like, all right, here's the sitch. This is what's going on. She begins bugging out about cash. Do you have enough cash? I only have $100 cash. I need to go to the bank. I was like, baby cakes. Simmer down. I got this. Okay, I'll front whatever cash is needed, and then you just Zelle me whatever the total is. As Donut House would say, no problem. I got you. I got this. So prices agreed. 4 car jacks come out. Yeah, like I said, they don't have the lifts. When your car is when they work on your car, they bring out 4 car jacks and they gotta pump each one. lift it all up. It's quite the sight. 4 car jacks come out. The Kia Sorento is propped up. And then the dude I'm dealing with, he's doing it, and he just begins laughing. I'm like, okay, why is this guy laughing? He goes, brother, and he waves me over. So I come over. So the car's propped in the air. The wheels are hanging because the car's up on the car jacks. So you can really see in there. And I take a gander. He points me to inside the tire. And I take a gander. The inside portion of the tire, metal wires going every which way but loose, like a bunch of straightened out paper clips were being born from her tire. And I was like, holy shit. So that's what down to the cords means. It's like how rapper Master Ace said, sitting on chrome. Wifey be sitting on cords. I send a picture of these metal. It looked like the tire had a bunch of metal hair growing out of it. I sent a picture to my Laotian car guru / Laotian lover, Meester Pao. And his reply was, do you want your wife's tires to explode? And I said, yes, that's the plan. How else am I going to collect on her insurance? One thing I noticed about Lucky Tire, when you take your car in, oil change, mechanic, whatever, dealership, automotive shop, they don't ask you your mileage. They're like, give me your keys, and you give them your keys, and then they walk out to wherever your car is parked to write down the mileage, and they walk, and it takes like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I've always been like, why do they do this? I should just be able to walk in and say, yeah, I have 14 miles on my 2002 Toyota Corolla, or I have 180,000 miles on my 2026 Range Rover. What does it matter? Who cares? You know why they walk to your car? So the government can track you. But Lucky Tire, they didn't walk out to my car. They didn't write down the mileage. They were like, go get the mileage and come back and read it to me. And I was like, okay, buddy. And Carolyn's purple valve tire caps, kept them. They were done in minutes with the install. I go to pay. So the agreement was $300 cash now and be right back. Head to the Chase. And so I tell this to the guy, this different guy, and he goes, we can't let a customer leave without fully paying. Oh, really? Because I've done it before, brudda. But I shrugged my shoulders like, okay. But then I felt bad for them. I don't want to use my credit card because I don't want you guys, my friends at Lucky Tires, to send 3% in credit card fees to Ben Bernanke. But he's like, I don't care. I was like, all right, I guess we're good to go on the credit card then. So I charge it to my credit cards. The tires are Michelin, BF Goodrich, Goodyear, Pirelli? No. Saloon. Saialun. Saloon tires, which I Googled immediately. Your budget-friendly value option. Which I was like, all right, I'm okay with that. I'm cool. And then it's also like the Christopher Cross song, Saloon away. But they look brand new. The tires, they look beautiful. As Ice Cube said, she got tread for days, put a week on it. Now everybody in the world loved to go clubbing, and after the clubbing, see the breakfast of loving. One thing I learned, don't go to a tire store on your last legs. You lose all negotiation power. But it's Carolyn, it's my wife, it's her car. I don't want to take a chance on her vehicle. I want her to be as safe as possible. She does the majority of driving Lennox and Luna around. If it was my car and he wouldn't come down to 500 from 520, I would have walked. I would have said, see ya, buddy, and driven down Jefferson Boulevard and gotten a flat tire a quarter mile away, but he wouldn't have won the negotiation. Come home before noon, Dunsies, good to go. We out here. Carolyn was a little emotional. She couldn't believe that I did all this for her. And she said, why are you being so helpful? Why are you doing so much? And I said, oh, you mean, why am I being me? Well, let me continue your line of questioning, Leslie Stahl. Why did my mama raise me right? Why did I take and practice those lessons? Most of them anyway. Why am I the ideal husband and the perfect man? Because I just am. No further questions, Your Honor. Late.